hit again. Lance Lynn has hit him again. And now some barking from the Pirates dugout, and Tim Timmons, who's already, get right down there. You're pretty close to Jay Bell, and you're in between the argument.
Yeah, Jay Bell is about 3.5, 4 feet from me right now, yelling at Tim Timmons. And the argument, Jay was saying, hey, why didn't he get tossed? Tim Timmons held out his fingers to just a couple inches apart and said he moved that much. He moved that much, meaning that Starling Marte didn't move or put enough of an effort to get out of the way of that hit by pitch. A couple more words, all of a sudden Timmons turned around and threw him from the game pretty quickly, Tim.
Runs in those 11 starts.
Now there's an argument going on with Dale Scott and Tim Leeper. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure what happened. But Leeper may have been thrown out of this game.
Normally, when you see first base coaches get thrown out, it has something to do with a move. I mean, he's hot. Leeper is really hot right now with the crew chief, Dale Scott. He saw something that maybe Ramos maybe balked or quick pitch. He was really upset on the quick pitch the other night when Donaldson, the one that we were just talking about. Now he's going to carry on his conversation with the home plate umpire.
Nana Sonia, the
right there. Say, what is happening here? And in between that play, as the play was made in left field.
He walked him, and the bases are loaded. It's usually Steve McCatty time. Let's see. So Gio walked a catcher with 8 hits all year.
Here he comes.
Then he walked the opposing pitcher. Steve McCatty will try to settle things down here with a good contact man, Gregor Blanco, coming up.
That's about to get real loud in this ballpark.
They are in the 14th at New York, and the Pirates just host 3 in LA. And Steve McCatty has been thrown out of the game. And Matt Williams will come out. McCatty had words for Corey Blazer halfway to the baseline, and he got tossed.
Maybe
from the Rockies dugout, and he has just ejected someone. I don't know if it's Walt Weiss or who might have said something, but they're very particular, and you really can't say anything about balls and strikes. So Walt Weiss out there trying to get some clarification.
Well, it goes back.
And a balk called.
I would say no hesitation. And Angel Hernandez called it. Well, your guess is as good as mine, and I think Don Cooper might have gotten tossed. It didn't appear to be a balk that I saw, but Angel Hernandez saw something else.
All over the league they do that, is a paraphrase.
Runners go. And the walk. And Buster Posey thought they had him. Dave Righetti is going to say something to Chris Conroy.
I think he may have just got tossed.
I think he did.
And I think Dave Righetti is getting a few things off his mind.
And here comes Ray Searage.
It's certainly not what Ray Searage wanted after the big top of the 4th inning. Taking the lead, a bit of a bad break. It could have been even more than 2 runs if Arrieta and the Cubs didn't get the
clock was up. Bill Welke. This is the first time we've ever seen this. If that's why, if indeed he was ejected, first time I've ever seen that.
I can't imagine he's being ejected because of the 30-second clock as much as maybe arguing that 1-2 pitch we talked about with Chris Bryant. Yeah, he's not talking to Jeff Locke. He's talking to the home plate umpire, Brian Knight.
Peerage ejected. That's enough. That's enough.
Bob McClure saying something to Estabrook on that pitch. Thrown out of the ball game. Bob is pretty mild-mannered. He may not have been when he was a player, but he's pretty mild-mannered. But he definitely wanted to get a few cents in to Mike Estabrook. You could tell the bench was upset when Larry picked up the phone, and Pete just asked if he was thrown out of the game. Pete was on the phone. And Bob getting some words in before he heads back to the clubhouse. I think he had every right to do it. Every right to gripe.
Yeah.
And we don't know what he said.
He got thrown out, and then Bob said, "For what?" Thank you. Now go.
Umpire and Perry Hill. Mark Rippinger and Hill are nose to nose about what, I'm not sure. Don Mattingly is going out to find out. I don't know that Hill's been ejected, has he? I guess he has. He's walking off the field.
Well, it looks like that was it. Greg Gibson, I believe, gave the boot to Don Cooper.
That one is a slow roller to third, barehanded by Hernandez, and not in time. So Puig has 2 infield hits. I thought that hit his foot, but he started running. Well, Puig might be coming back toward the plate. Ryan Sandberg's coming out to talk to Manny Gonzalez, the home plate umpire.
And the ball almost like stopped dead as soon as I took the swing. Yeah, that's a dead ball off the top of his toe.
Well, they'll confer on this one. This is not something that can be reviewed. Oh, they're going to say that thrown out of the game, or if he was warned or what. But it has to do with the Puig foul ball off the foot. The Phillies were not happy that the umpires, after conferring, seriously. Field and Culberth said that, what do you want us to do? We didn't see it. So Sammy's been thrown out of this game. He's being escorted to the dugout. Again, I don't think I've ever seen him that mad. So he has been
here to Jeffress. To Jeanette. Tag out. Throw out. Double play. Ludwig saying no, he didn't get tagged. Second base umpire Dan Iasonia saying no, he got you. See what we can see. He may be, as you said, saying he was out of the baseline.
Well, they'll look at Rob Coughlin down in the video part of the Reds clubhouse in there. He's on the phone probably with Jay Bell right now, and Brian Price just kind of waiting to see if there's any video evidence that Coughlin finds, and he can relay it out there that's worth another look. Evidently not. And now Steve Smith. Let's see.
Not sure how this started, as Steve Smith may have been thrown out of the game here. Don't know that for sure, but the way he is arguing would lead you to believe that. Ryan Price, meanwhile, back out of the dugout.
Well, the second base umpire is Dan Iasonia. He's the guy that they're talking to the most, and he is also the home plate umpire a couple of nights ago that Reds hitters had some issues
about. I think a pitch earlier. That's what I was looking for, and that's why he was waiting for a while.
Eric Cooper. I didn't see if he ejected Callaway. I'm assuming he did. And that's why Terry Francona out there quickly. And now Terry Francona is absolutely incensed. Francona is giving it to Cooper.
He's fighting for his pitcher on pitches, and then he tosses him, and then Mickey's going to go back and have his say.
And now pitching coach Brent Strom comes out to the mound.
A lot of other good pitchers in that American League. I love it. Strami just got tossed. I was thinking in my head, I go, what if Strami just tells this guy, if you'd have been calling that strikes early on in the game, my guy wouldn't be in the situation he's in right now.
Yeah, Strami's had
I love this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I believe that Vic Carapazza just threw Pete Walker out of the game.
That might have been the calmest pitch out of the game I've ever seen.
He said something to Carapazza, obviously, on his way back from the mound visit toward the dugout, and Carapazza threw him out instantly.
And Tom Halley and the crew chief is waiting. Watch the reaction. Pete Walker says something to Carapazza, and Carapazza said, "What you got to say?" And of
Balls
course,
and strikes, huh?
Yeah, arguing balls and strikes, and that was it.
He didn't like this call, thought it was up. And then he voiced his displeasure to John Hirschbeck. Now you say, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? And apparently, yes, he was.
Go on, he says. Go on.
Butterfield's getting into it right now with the third base umpire.
Yep, up against Alan Porter there. The other umpires are coming over to aid him as John Farrell comes out. Looks like Brian has been tossed out of the game.
It may have been a discussion about that play at second base.
I think Brian Butterfield
Yeah, let it pass. Just, you know, let's have the chat, and that's okay. But throw somebody out between innings, to me, is weak.
Brian Butterfield sticking up for his second baseman.
Almost made a sensational play. And something happened with Kurt Young. And he's talking with Jim Reynolds. And did Kurt Young get thrown out?
You know, I bet it goes back to the check swing. Remember on Raimel?
Well, Kurt right there is talking to only
the
first base umpire, and
his swing. That's the Raimel swing. That was the
no score in the top of the first inning for the Baltimore Orioles. Rays coming in the hit in the bottom of the first, and a little excitement at the end of the first half of the game has been ejected. Marty Foster stepping toward the Rays dugout and ejecting Jim Hickey, and Joe Madden stepping in.
Yeah, I wonder if Jim Hickey is incensed that he thought that maybe Adam Jones swung at that pitch was a strike three situation. He definitely got it.
John Farrell's going to meet them as Windelstead now hearing from Brian Butterfield.
What in the world is this all about?
I mean, it's been foul ball after foul ball.
This is Butterfield's second ejection of the year.
Butterfield just throwing signs down that third base line. And
oh, this is going to be trouble. Gonzalez. Foul ball.
Oh, we got to see that again. I thought the ball hit right on the line.
Well, so did Cookie Rojas. And here comes Valentine. Here he comes.
We're going to get a shot of this. I thought the ball was right on the line. Remember, it doesn't have to hit inside the line, any part of that white line. All it has to do is nick it. Just get a little piece of that white line, and it's a fair ball.
Valentine, Rojas is incensed. What's he doing? Well, he's gone. He just hit him.
Well, I know that, but I'm telling you, this is what happened. I've been thrown out of 2 games with to manager Stronger. He once threw me out of a game when I was running out across the mound at second base. I never got there, and he threw me out of the game.
Yikes.
I'll tell you one thing, buddy.
There's one. Look, we got some more guys. You know what?